Hello, my name is Kathy, and today I'll be discussing the moon in the second house. But before I do this, I wanted to let you know that because I have a great many videos now on many different topics, that I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. People with the moon in the second house are apt to experience many financial ups and downs in their lives. Money may come to these people from women and from real estate and from the dispensing of food and drink. Some people with the moon in the second house are seafarers, while others take up politics or work which involves dealing with members of the public. These people may also buy and sell antiques and mementos of the past. As a result of this, they can be sentimentally attached to their possessions and crave the emotional security of being surrounded by familiar objects. People with the moon in the second house tend to worry a lot about the stability of their material resources. These people will never refuse gifts from others, but they don't necessarily feel the need to reciprocate. They try to compensate for their emotional insecurity by accumulating material possessions. And when negatively expressed, the tendency towards hoarding can be exhibited. The moon in the second house people have a deep-seated fear of the loss of their resources. As a result of this, they will assert themselves cautiously towards others. In actual fact, they prefer not to be involved in other people's affairs, and so they will avoid any group functions that require donations of time or money. People with the moon in the second house feel that their first priority is to fulfill their own needs, but when that is accomplished, they might enjoy helping others who genuinely need assistance. Basically, they want to be free of anxiety about money issues. These people tend to be constantly worrying about having to face difficult economic conditions in the future, so they use every resource to improve their financial circumstances and increase their material holdings. And they very much prefer friends who don't make demands on them. Moon in the second house people objectives are well defined, and they easily win the approval of their superiors for the effort they put into their tasks. It is probable that their work would bring them before the public because they tend to identify with the public, and these people can win the appreciation of the crowd. These people have a high regard for education, and they are constantly striving to increase their knowledge. They know they can improve their earning ability by being well informed, so they are willing to invest in getting an education. Moon in the second house people tend to want to compare their resources to other people's resources, but there is really no point in this unless doing so urges them on to succeed in their endeavors. These people are attracted to successful people, and they admire them for gaining freedom from economic worries. People with the moon in the second house tend to be suspicious of others who make demands, so they are constantly questioning their motives and will try to pin down what their efforts will cost. These people don't generally discuss their financial affairs openly, and they talk about them privately only to those that they trust. These people adapt to job assignments fairly well and learn new skills easily. They want people to consider them responsible and trustworthy, and so they take every opportunity to improve their skills when special training is available. Moon in the second house people often underestimate their abilities and thus fail to capitalize on them. Their innate fear of risks makes it difficult to fully exploit their creative potentials. If these people truly care about the people that they love, then they will try to live up to their potential. It's important for them to remember that the people that helped them in the past, especially their parents. However, it is highly unlikely that these people would forget because they feel a close tie with their parents. The contentment of their parents gives these people much happiness, but it is important for them to be careful not to shortchange themselves. These people have an obligation to themselves to take advantage of their creative ideas. It is important that they don't let their preoccupation with security interfere with their social life, because if the lines of communication with the people who can enrich their lives is cut, then they will be very lonely. When negatively expressed, the moon in the second house person needs to learn to avoid making comparisons with other people's success and what they have gained thereby. This keeping up with the Joneses will result only in much inner tension as they try to match their accomplishments. It is important for them to only live up to their own potentials and capitalize on their resources to achieve financial security. These people are attracted to others who seem to have complete control of their destinies, but they can do just as well if they focus on exploiting their own talents. It is important for these people to not be afraid to take measured risks on occasion, if only to reassure themselves that sometimes that pays dividends. Although they prefer friends who don't make demands, these people will find that being an isolationist, they are very likely to miss many excellent opportunities. People with the moon in the second house do not have to worry about their security. It is unnecessary because they can convert their creative talents into tangible assets easily. These people never refuse any unsolicited gifts, although they may not reciprocate them. The issue here isn't that they aren't generous. Rather, it is all about them being anxious to have the necessities of life. These people are preoccupied with having what they want always at hand. Moon in the second house people truly enjoy the comforts of life and feel that if they don't take care of themselves, who will? At heart, they are deep-feeling people with unusual sensitivity to the pain of unsatisfied desires. As a result, they will look for a career that will provide security and fulfillment. In their career, they will do whatever is necessary to achieve stability and security and get everything that they want. It is easy for them to win the approval of their superiors for their effort, and these people know that their superiors consider them an asset. These people work well in the public arena because they can identify with people's problems, and they earn appreciation for their accomplishments, as well as learn new skills easily and adapt themselves to the requirements of any situation. They are basically honest and sincere people, and will win the respect and admiration of their fellow workers as they handle their responsibilities with patience and dedication. People with the moon in the second house are compassionate to the needs of less fortunate people, and although they do not give material gifts, they will give of themselves to help those who truly need them. These people understand their social obligations, and they do extend themselves when others won't. But it is just as important to develop their creative ideas for their own sake and to indulge themselves in them. It's important that they don't let their preoccupation with security interfere with their social life, because they may ultimately find that they will become very lonely if they sever the ties of communication with people who can make their days happy with the joy of sincere companionship. Moon in the second house people know their earnings will increase if they are well informed, and they're willing to work if necessary to pay for their education. But they are also realistic and will probably select a course of study that can easily be translated into increased security in their chosen occupation. These people are not the most adaptable, but they can adjust to learning new skills when necessary, and they are very responsible and trustworthy. But they can be suspicious when people make demands because they're curious about where they're coming from. I have a great many videos now on many different topics, and so I've decided to make several different video playlists so that it's easier to find the videos of greatest interest. So please check out my playlist page. Well, that's it for now. To stay up to date with my latest videos, make sure to subscribe to this free YouTube channel by clicking the red subscribe button right below this video. Take care.